EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give to Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Murray. Looking for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for Indy.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Samson Abukum picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 12, Murray escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Quiddy Pay able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense has it. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Murray now on first down. And
come on.
That one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From from a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give to Taylor. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Murray. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that would going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run. Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Murray now. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on second down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Campbell making the catch. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray to Jefferson on the slant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Second and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Complete. Smith has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray got an open man, finding Jefferson. Play fake. Murray going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. Looking for Campbell downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. That'll be caught.
Yeah,
it's the
right.
tight end, Howard. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Come on,
throw
man.
there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 46 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Murray off play action. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. So this one winds up